So what we'll do is, if you have a balance on this side, it's a credit balance, and if you have a balance on this side, it's a debit balance. Okay, so with this idea, we will move on to create a trial balance now. So we have already have these entries. Okay, we have already have these entries, but the problem that we have here is all these are in a format that is like difficult for us uh, uh, to work out. Okay, so what we'll do, we will create a, a list of balances. Okay, we'll just create a list of ledger balances. So we'll have capital. Okay, and the amount is 1,20,000, and it is a credit balance. And we have cash, which is a debit balance, and it is 1,22,000. Okay, then we have a bank balance, okay, which is on credit side, so that is 5,000. Then we have a bank loan, which is a credit balance, 10,000. So we'll just take the list and we'll go a little bit lower, so that we'll capture other elements also. So we'll take here, we have a machine balance, which is a debt balance, and it's worth 19,000. The next one is depreciation. Depreciation has a debit balance, and it is 1,000 rupees. Next one is commission, which is credit balance, comes to 10,000. Next one is salary. Salary is a debit balance, comes to 3,000. Next is sales, has credit balance, and it comes to 29,000. And it is purchase, which is a debit balance, comes to 11,000. Next we have a receivable and payable. Okay, so receivables is a debit balance of 15,000, and payables is credit balance of 6,000. So done. So we have neatly got all our numbers. So these are accounts, okay, and these are amounts, okay. So with this we will try to create a trial balance here. So we'll just paste it here, and additionally we will also try to put it inside these headings. Okay, so trial balance is nothing but a simple collection of all these uh, numbers and all these account balances or ledger balances. So this is a credit item, so we'll just directly put it in a credit. This is a debit item, debit, credit item, or these two are credit item, so we'll put it on credit, 2 debit items, debit, 1 credit item, 1 debit item, 1 credit item, 2 debit items, and 1 credit item. Okay, so the trial balance should tally. So that's a concept here. Okay, the trial balance should tally. So we have a balance of 9,000 which is not like tallying. So where did things have gone wrong? Okay, see, things could have gone wrong in the journal entry, or in converting the journal entry to ledger, or while balancing the ledger. So there are like many places in where it could be the mistake. So where we have made the mistake is in the bank account. Okay, so in the bank account, so we see here the paid salary by check is 1,000 rupees. Okay, and the entry was salary to bank. Okay, so if we go to salary account, it is salary account to bank 1,000. So in bank account it should be by salary 1,000, but it is actually 10,000. So we have wrongly done that. So the balance should have been, okay, the balance should have been a balance on this side, not on the other side here. So we'll go to here. It's going to be balance CF and it's going to be 4,000. Okay, so if it's a balance CF here, the automatically this side should be balance to balance BF, and that would be 4,000. So now we already marked in this area that bank now has a debit balance of 4,000. So we'll amend that. Bank has a debit balance of 4,000. So we'll copy the bank balance alone and we'll go to our trial balance. So the bank balance is debit balance of 4,000. So we'll take out this and our trial balance tallies. So arithmetically what we have done is correct. Okay, but still it's not like perfectly we can't say it is correct, because sometimes, okay, assume that we have missed two numbers which are of equal, okay, equal numbers, then also it could tally. For example, if we have taken this account to be 14,000, this account to be 5,000, still it will tally. Or if we totally don't have this 1,000, okay, and we have this as 5,000, still it will tally. Okay, so we cannot be exactly sure that trial balance, if it is tallying, everything is correct, but still somewhat it is correct. Okay, so this is about the trial balance. So what we'll do is we will do directly from the ledger balances, we'll try to post to the trial balance. Okay, so here we have a sum, so we'll just type and we'll just directly post it. So here we have cash. So they have not given us it as a debit balance or credit balance. So normally cash is assumed to be debit balance. So as cash is an asset, so we'll take it as 5,500. Next is discount received. Discount received is a income. Okay, every income is a credit. So we'll put 300 on this side. And then we have creditors. So creditors is nothing but payables. So if you want, I will type the payables word also here. So payables are liabilities, so they are a credit item. So it is 15,000. We have buildings. Buildings are assets. So asset is a debit item. So it is 50,000. We have stock. It doesn't matter whether it's opening stock, closing stock. If it is a stock, and usually trial balance will have stock. Okay, so stock is usually a asset, which is a debit balance. We have direct expense. We have direct expense. Every expense is a debit, and it is 5,000. Next, carriage outward. So carriage outward or inward doesn't matter, because as long as it is an expense, we just have to debit it. So that comes to 3,500. Next one is capital. So capital is always a credit item because it comes on the liability side. So that comes to 45,000. So next is purchase. Purchase is a expense, so it's a debit item. So it comes as 49,700. And the last number is sales. Sales is an income, so it is a credit item. So let's see, tallies. Yes, it is tallying. So hopefully you got an idea how it works. So we have seen two things here. One, the movement from journal to ledger, ledger to trial balance, or we'll also seen from ledger balances, if they have given, how it moves to the trial balance. Okay, so we have seen two sums for trial balance. So your job is like very simple. If they have given a lot of items, you should simply know which of them is a the rule is usually the debit items are, okay, debit items are asset, expense, and loss. All these are debit items, and credit items are liabilities, income, and any profit. Okay, are credit items. Okay, so once you know these things, then it's quite easier for you to solve a trial balance.